Hi everyone! In this video, I'm going to use Cricut Everyday Iron-On with cardstock to create these lovely birthday cards. In the description right under this video, you'll find links to my Facebook groups. That's where I share all my projects. And you'll find product links. The product links are my affiliate links. I do earn a small commission, but that's at no extra cost to you. Thank you for using them if you choose to. Here we are in Design Space, and these are the two images that I'm going to be using for my cards today. They are Design Space images, easy for anyone to find, and I will share this link in case any of you want to use this project. So this is a very simple happy birthday, easy to use, and this one is 3 separate images. And the first thing I want to tell you is before you go any farther, select all and attach. If you don't attach the images together whenever you have multiples, they will spread out on your cut screen on your material to optimize the use of material. So that doesn't work really well with iron-on or vinyl because you have to make separate applications to line everything up. So you want to attach the image before you go to your cut screen. So in this case, I'm going to be using a pre-made card. To size them, I'm going to take a square shape. And I know that when my card is folded, it's 4.25 by 5.5 wide. So I'm going to add 5.5 to my width and 4.25 to the height. And that would be the size of my card when it's folded. I'm going to change the color. Let's make it a light pink. Send to the back, and we can see how this is going to look. And actually, the size that I've made this design is going to fit perfectly on the card, so I'm not going to change it. If it was too large or too small, I would adjust the size now. I'll take this background, and let's move it over. And this one will fit nicely also. I know these two images are going to fit perfectly on my pre-made cards. Let's say you want to make your own card. So let's delete that. We'll go back to shapes and get a square. And you want your card to be 4 by 6, 6 being the horizontal length. So take your square, unlock it, make the width 6. So you're going to be cutting your card flat, obviously. So if your height is 4 inches when it's folded, you need 8 inches when it's flat. We'll just move that up. Let's change the color so you can see the next step. Next, we're going back to shapes. We're going to select a score line. As you can see, the score line comes onto my screen vertically. The easiest way to turn it horizontally is to hold down your Shift key, hover just off of the points, and you will be able to turn it in increments. Much easier to get it straight just by holding down the Shift key as you turn it. We know the width of the card is 6 inches, so I'm going to unlock it, change it to 6 inches, bring it over to my card base, select both together, align, and center, and then we'll attach. And that's how easy it is to make your own card base. The same process would apply if you were making your card vertically. So let's delete that. I'm not going to be using it. We'll go to make it. I'm going to be cutting on the mat. I'm going to move this one over just a little bit so that I have an area to cut in between the two. Of course, I'm going to be applying them on two separate cards. And as you can see, because I attached this image, everything is how it should be. Don't forget to mirror whenever you're using iron-on or infusible ink, anything like that that you're going to apply upside down, you want to choose mirror. We'll click continue. Design Space is looking for my Maker 3. I'm going to select Everyday Iron-On as my material. I'm going to switch to my overhead camera and we'll produce our cards. And let's get started. So I'm going to be using this Everyday Iron-On in navy that was included in this week's Sailor's Delight mystery box. And yes, it came with the true navy cutie. So gorgeous. So I wanted to show to you again. Gorgeous. I'll just set him aside so he can watch over what I'm doing. And if you haven't purchased the mystery box and you've decided you'd like to, you can find a link for it. I'll add it to the description right under this video. We'll get our iron-on ready. I always struggle with opening these. There we go. And we have a little piece of tape here. It's a little dark in here today. It's very gloomy and rainy outside today. And we went from about 100 degrees yesterday to 70 degrees today. Big change. So let's get this mat out of the way. These are my cards that I'm going to use with the navy, a light pink and a light blue. I think with the navy it's going to be really cute. So I think I need about 5 inches of iron-on. So let's open this up. Five inches should do it. Cut off what we need and we'll just set this aside. Open my maker. I love that trimmer, 13 inches wide, love it. And with iron-on, this is your shiny side. That's actually your carrier sheet that stays on when you weed your material. The dull side faces up, and that's why you mirrored your image in Design Space. So we're just going to lay it out on our mat. I'm going to use my brayer to make sure it's nice and flat and no bubbles. Perfect. This brayer is super handy. We'll load our material to start cutting. And while it's cutting, I'm going to mute this mic. It's very close to my machine and it comes across really loud in the video. I don't want you to sit through that. So I'll mute the mic. Before we press our card, I wanted to refer to the Cricut Heat Guide. It's interactive, and no matter how many times I've done a project, I always double check the Cricut Heat Guide to make sure I'm remembering what I know correctly. So let's say we're going to use our Cricut Easy Press 2. I'm going to choose the material I'm using, Everyday Iron-On. I'm going to select cardstock as my base. I'll use my Easy Press mat and click Apply. The Cricut heat guide is telling me I should heat to 280 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 seconds. It shows me what supplies I need, how to prep my project, and how to apply the iron-on. Super informative. In this case, I think I'm going to try using my Cricut Easy Press Mini. The instructions will be a little different, so you want to select the right machine you're using. Everyday Iron-On, Cardstock again, and click Apply. It tells me to use low heat for 25 seconds, different from using another Easy Press. Whether it's regular or the Easy Press 2, you always want to check. And of course, it shows me again the supplies, how to prep my cardstock base, and how to apply. And we're done. Just turn off the machine and close it up out of the way. These are perfect. Let's get the mat out of the way too. I'm going to take back my trimmer. I want to split these in half. Make sure I'm lining it up properly so I don't cut through my design. There we go. And we'll just start weeding our project. This one is going to be a lot longer to weed because we have all these little bits to take out. So I'm just going to set it aside for now, and I'll weed that one off camera. We'll start this one. There we go. So I'm going to finish up this weeding off camera. I will set up my Easy Press to apply it to the cards, and we'll continue the video. So I've set my Mini on low temperature as instructed by the interactive heat guide for Cricut. I'm going to make sure I have my card opening in the right direction. We definitely don't want to do this upside down. I've weeded this one. I did it off camera. It took a while to get all the little bits out of it. And we're just going to line it up. There we go. And the instructions also say to keep the Mini moving. You can use other Easy Press machines, but you want to be careful about not using too much heat or applying too much pressure. That's why I have a solid base behind to do this. If you use too much pressure or too much heat, your card is going to curl, and you don't want that to happen. I'm going to use my Alexa to set the timer for 25 seconds. Alexa, set a timer for 25 seconds.
25 seconds, starting now.
And I'm just going to keep this moving so that I don't overheat and cause it to curl. I imagine if you do make it curl, you can probably put some pressure on it, a book on top of it, or something like that. There we go. We'll just set this one aside to cool. And I'm going to do the second one. Alexa, cancel the timer. And we'll get this one ready. Alexa, cancel the timer. She didn't want to give up. That one's set. Alexa, set a timer for 25 seconds.
25 seconds, starting now.
And we'll just apply this one. A few more seconds. It is curling a little bit from the heat. But that's okay, we'll just put some weight on it. There we go. And this one needs to cool. This one's cool to the touch. Alexa, cancel the timer. So let's see that it's ready to peel. That looks cute. I need to put a little more heat right here. If you see anything is not adhering properly, just put a little extra heat on it. So cute. Very cute. There we go. That one's done. And it flattened out again as soon as I removed the carrier sheet. Let's take a look at this one. It's cool to the touch. And you want to be rolling your carrier sheet back. You don't want to pull up on it because you risk pulling up your iron-on. And there we go. Adorable. These turned out really terrific. I'm really pleased with them. So I hope this video is going to help you use your iron-on with cardstock. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like it and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you did. And thank you for watching.